Thanksgiving was a merry affair. We are from a smaller town and about 15 of us had gathered in Vancouver somehow and we had a fucking huge feast. Got plastered, sang songs, danced the night away. By 3 a.m. everybody except the people that lived there, 3 males. 2 of them were on dish duty. My buddy Tom, doing dishes, said he needed to piss. He went to the next room and instantly passed out on the couch. In the back of his head he heard a smash and some shouting. He was woken up by something hitting his ankle then his knee in fast violent succession. At first, being drunk, he thought it was an angry John, the guy doing the dishes. So Tom said, "Fuck off asshole," and rolled onto his stomach. Then he was hit again a few times in the legs. It was at this point he noticed the severe pain from the blows. He was being hit with a hammer. When he rolled over and opened his eyes there were 4 people in gas masks, 2 with guns and 2 with hammers. One of them was HDING John up, unconscious and with his eye hanging out of his socket. Swear to God. One masked figure yelled, "Where's my fucking money, and where's Joseph?" Tom said he didn't know what he was talking about and that they had moved into the house only weeks before, and nobody in the house knew a Joseph. They told him to fess up before he ended up like his friend. Not knowing what to do he said, "Let me show you my license," and tried to reach for his wallet. One of the guys with a gun then put his revolver in Tom's mouth and said, "Okay. Get your wallet. Then tell me where my money is." Tom pulled out his wallet and almost shut himself when he remembered his middle name just so happened to be Joseph. He explained it was a coincidence and begged for his life. One of the guys with a gun put him on his stomach and pinned him to the ground with his gun on his neck. During this time Tom had a clear view of John's unconscious, eye out of socket body next to him on the floor. The other guys searched the house, somehow didn't enter the room with the other sleeping dude. Then left. They came in and out the screen door from the deck. That is without a doubt the worst thing I know of that has happened to somebody I know. They are all alive. I get emotional thinking about it. When John finally woke up in the hospital over a week later he was so high on painkillers that he asked if he had been in a longboarding accident or something. His eye and part of his skull are gone forever. One late night my roommate and his GF are doing it and I decide I need to get out of the house. It's after 2 a.m. so I decide to drive to the casino, the only thing that will be open. I am driving on the freeway when I run over some large pieces of cement that had fallen from the overpass into the road and I get a flat tire. I pull over on the side of the freeway to examine the damage. I'm getting the jack and spare tire out of the trunk. I wake up and I'm lying on my back in the middle of the freeway. There are sirens, flashing lights all around. There are road flares surrounding me. A cop is shining his flashlight in my face. I ask what happened. He tells me, "You were in an accident." I ask him how long I was unconscious for. He tells me, about half an hour. I notice at this point that I am about 30 or 40 feet from my car. They load me into the ambulance. They start cutting off my clothes and I notice at this point that all my clothes are totally soaked in blood. The new white polo shirt I had just bought is now red with blood. My coat has a hole in it where I slid 30 feet on my side. I still have the coat. Maybe I will take a picture. The EMS guy tells me he's going to give me something for the pain. He puts a needle with morphine in my arm. I watch the plunger go down and I'm out like a light. I wake up for a second in an MRI or something and a lady tells me to hold still. I fall back asleep and wake up in a hospital bed the next afternoon. Somehow I suffered no major injuries. Some lady plowed into the back of my car and my car hit me and threw me into the freeway. If she had hit me I would have been crushed and most likely killed since she hit my car going 60 or 70 miles per hour. IDK how you can hit a car on the side of the road that has its emergency lights flashing, but whatever, some people are retards I guess. I do have occasional pains in my right leg. My car was totaled. The back axle broke off, the entire exhaust system, muffler etc. broke off. Thank God no one was sitting in the back seats because those were pushed into the front seats. But I feel really lucky because that same night 2 other people died in similar accidents in Michigan.